Awesome. And Tanya is on. Hi, Tanya.
Hello, Adiba. Happy Earth Day. Thank you for joining us today with Adiba and I on our 1010 Talks. Actually, I don't even know what number is this. Do you know off the top of your head, Adiba?
Episode 6.
Episode 6. Okay, thank you. So once again, thank you for joining us. And just to give a quick background, if this is your first time with us today, basically 1010 Talks sprouted from Adiba and I's idea and friendship, and just really our focus on whatever you give your energy to will grow, and your beliefs, your actions, you kind of create as your own reality. And I wanted to just mention that today because of Earth Day and growing yourself as an individual, helping your community grow, helping the planet grow and flourish. And that's what we are going to focus today on. Or the theme is actually, this year, the theme is invest in our planet. And for those of you who may not know yet, I know you've all heard of Earth Day, but it's celebrated in actually like over 193 countries. And it first started in 1970. And it's now celebrated by over 200 million people. It's crazy to just think of how many. I mean, Earth Day should be every day, but I love that we have a specific day to really chat and focus on not necessarily what we can do, but I like to also say what we've accomplished, because if you haven't been doing anything, now's the day to start. Let's get going. We'll share some ideas today. And if you have been great, celebrate your wins, celebrate your accomplishments, whether it's be planting a tree or changing to no chemicals in your home. They're all wins. And we're going to talk a little bit today about how we can take care of ourselves and use natural products to help both ourselves and the planet. And really focusing on the principle of that Adiba and I both love Shakly's principle of just living in harmony with nature.
Yeah.
You can see a little making healthy happen sign. Mine's a little cut off over there, but we're going to explain a little bit about what that means a little further, what living in harmony with nature means. But I want to start off with a few fun facts that I guess, Adiba, if you want to pull up the screen now with the facts part, we can talk a little bit about as people are joining us. Okay, so we just pulled up this timeline. You're more than welcome to follow along. I'm just going to point out a few fun facts, actually. And Shakly was founded in 1956, and they're the first company in the world to be climate neutral. And I'll talk about that a little bit later in the facts. But for more than 50 years, we've been really actually more than 65 years, I should update that, more than 65 years, they've been really leading the way. So I'm going to start with, in the 1970s, Shakly introduced one of the first biodegradable laundry detergents that contain no phosphates, nitrates, or borates. So one of the first companies in the world to take the phosphates out of our laundry and dish detergent, which really helps, our rivers, our water streams. And if you're interested, there's a great video online that we can share with you for some studies, and actually one that they did in New York, with a lake in New York. That's really cool. And then Shakly in the 1990s, Shakly introduced Basic H, non-toxic and biodegradable Basic H. It was actually introduced, let me go back a little bit. Basic H was actually introduced in the 1960s. However, in 1990, it was chosen as one of the first official Earth Day products. So I just thought that was really cool that we are able to share and talk a little bit about Basic H as well today. And then we're going to fast forward a little bit to 2000. where in 2000, Shaklee became the first company in the world to become climate neutral certified. So before doing research years ago and becoming introduced to Shaklee, I did not know what this means. So if you don't know, it is climate neutral certified is to totally offset the greenhouse gas emissions, resulting in net zero impact on the environment. So this is really important because carbon is a greenhouse gas, a form of pollution that alters the Earth's atmosphere and its living conditions. So when you hear people talking about like, how do you reduce your carbon footprint? Or talking about, the Earth's atmosphere and how our products affect that. For us to be carbon neutral means that we track that carbon emission and offset them all by displacing dirty energy with clean renewable energy credits and carbon offsets. So it's really being in it for the long run. It's not a quick change. It's not something that, you'll see the change overnight, but it's something that you do every day on a daily basis. And this is why we talk about Earth Day as every day, because it really does take work. It takes a lot of commitment to true wellness to really see the change. So we have a bunch of fun facts here. If you'd like us to share this with you, feel free to message us as well, or just post in the live chat. But I'm going to move forward a little bit with, how can we get involved and all the fun ways that we can celebrate Earth Day and can really have a meaningful impact on the health of the Earth, not just on Earth Day, but all year round. So I just want to point out that over the past 10 to 20 years, we as a community we're realizing that the environmental assaults on our human bodies, the chemical impact and the load that we have on our lives, whether it's in the food we eat, the products that we take, the products that we put inside of us, the chemicals in our home, they really all have such a dramatic impact on our health and longevity. And that's why we're here today, to talk about some of the ways that you can make changes, how you can get involved. And then after that, Adiba will give us some amazing information about some products that you can use and some ways that you can implement them every day and in your home. So I guess one of the things that they always talk about with Earth Day is planting a tree. So plant something. Try bringing more plants into your homes. There's a lot of studies that show that plants scrub pollutants from the air and help to provide your indoors with much needed oxygen. Now I have to say, I love the look at plants. I don't have a green thumb whatsoever, but I'm trying. I've incorporated some plants into my home. Shaklee has some great information that we're going to share later about, for products and planting trees for every product purchase. So in honor of Earth Day, they plant one tree for every Get Clean starter kit that you purchase. And like I said, Adiba will be giving us some information. Get outside. Choices are endless. Whether you step out the front door, we often kind of forget what it feels like or what it is like to just walk among the trees, how the soil smells, working in your garden, what the fresh air smells like. Even if it's, understanding what type of allergies affect you when you're outside and understanding where that comes from. And what trees. Try going for a hike, a bike ride, a walk, or run. Just simple, get outside and get your kids outside. Helping wild animals is another way that we can really, get involved in Earth Day. I know that there are plenty of people who are animal lovers, and if this is something that really holds a special place in your heart, this is a great way to do it. I know that there's been some debate over the last few years with nonprofits suggesting like feeding certain animals or wild birds, but it's really important to, I think it was from the Audubon Society, and actually I'd have to do a little more research on that because I wasn't even aware of that until yesterday. But just providing, water during the winter and dry seasons, being aware of, putting out bird feeders, helping to prevent the spread of bacteria among the birds that feed there, changing the water. You can also help wild animals by supporting nonprofits, donating, volunteering your time. There's a lot of different ways. Another one can be leaving your car in the garage. The cars that we drive are one of the biggest impacts on the environment. And I know that can be really tough nowadays, especially, depending on where you live and how far you live from certain things, and we need to get going or we need to, make it on time or think about traffic. But, as much as possible, when it comes down to, can I go for a walk down the street or do I need to drive my car? Am I running late or can I leave myself a few extra minutes to go to pick up? Also, even people who purchase electric cars can help the environment by keeping their car in the garage for a day or two each week. So it's more about just getting outside, like I just mentioned. I know it's our way of life to drive everywhere nowadays. So just to be conscious about that and just to be mindful about, if there are certain times in teaching our children to, ride their bikes or walk somewhere. I would say public transportation, but there isn't really any public transportation in the San Antonio area. But if you live somewhere that there is, use public transportation as well. That's another great idea. Improving energy use. So things like, I know a lot of our homes are energy efficient nowadays, but some of the older homes are not. So you can do something as simple as, caulking your doors and your windows, installing solar panels, unplugging appliances and video game consoles, even old things that aren't in use, like, DVD players, which I know kind of seems like it's a thing of the past, but if you have one that you use once in a while to watch those old home videos, unplug it when you're not using it and keep it in the cabinet. And then, let's see, taking a break from TV, that's another way of just reducing your energy, and turning the TV off when you're not watching, turning your lights off. That can also help you to get outside and enjoy your day. Volunteering is another great way that you can also get your kids involved with Earth Day. The world really needs us to help maintain and restore our natural environment. So, beach cleanup days, park cleanup days, planting trees, fixing trails, repairing old homes, all that kind of fun stuff that you can do. Maybe pick a project or something that you can do, whether it be once a year or once a month, and just make the commitment. And then I'm going to leave off with making sure that you understand that, all of these things cumulatively together make such a large impact, and even more so making a year-long commitment. So as I was saying before, use Earth Day as a beginning to make this year-long commitment to support some part of your environment. It doesn't have to be making a ton of changes all the way. Pick one little aspect of it, start slowly, whether it be using less energy, walking to work, planting a garden, supporting causes. And, an easy one can even be using reusable bags, and avoid products with too much packaging. Something as simple as that, just keeping reusable bags in your trunk whenever you go shopping.
There's things that you can do.
I'm sorry, Adiba?
There are so many things that you can do that we can all do.
Yes, there are so many, and I hope I didn't go through them too quickly, but for the sake of time, I really wanted to share a lot of different ideas to show everyone that there's so many different ways that we can help, and so many different ways that we can use, like, natural products or products in our environment that have just a positive impact on human health.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing is, invest in our planet. And it's all about investing in, taking care of yourself and taking care of our planet.
Yeah, and what's exciting for me with that is to think of it as, can you hear me all right? Is my mic good? that, leaving a legacy behind for, whether it's the kids or the families or the friends. But for me, it is one of the things that I would, if I want to be remembered for something, would be like, mom really helped us, plant this tree. And, or she used to, like, I know with my mom, she used to plant flowers all the time. And now I understand how impactful that is. I was reading something just this week about, I think I saw a post of a picture of, the wildflowers compared to just grass, how much more beneficial it is because the roots are much deeper. So planting flowers is also a great thing. So you don't have to necessarily, if you don't have space to plant a tree, plant flowers. And even if it's not in the yard, you can have planted pots of plants that will also help the environment, especially if you get into like green plants. So it purify the air for you in your home. So green plants. So it doesn't have to be necessarily, because I know for me, for sure, when they were like, say, plant trees, I'm like, but I don't have any room for a tree, in the house that I was at. So maybe, someone else is thinking the same thing. So it doesn't have to be the trees. It's the flowers that make a difference. It's making sure that and you and I talked about, like, instead of cementing a yard, how to maybe have more of, not total cement, but like gravel or stone or something to make sure that the earth gets the water through there. But there are a lot of little things that, this is what our community is about, is to really share from experience and from knowledge, the things that we can do to make a difference. And I wanted to share also because I talked to you yesterday or messaged you about Terry and her salon and how they're going green. And I think that is so awesome that, if, all the small businesses out there can make a huge difference. And one thing that Terry posted and what she's doing in her salon, she's even recycling the hair color that's not being used. So instead of just dumping it, it looked like they had some kind of container that separates the oil from the water, and then the oil is reused and the water is just flushed down. So I thought that I want to go see that little contraption, but I thought that's so awesome. As a small business in the community, we can all do something. You don't have to be huge like, Shackley and have this, like, think of this humongous difference you can make, but just every little small business can make such a huge difference. And also, Shackley, actually, I didn't know that, but take into account the driving of all the employees and all the pollution that creates as well. And that's incorporated in the net zero process as well, which I thought was pretty awesome.
It's not just neat. I didn't know that.
So it's really cool. And I knew Dr. Daggy, I think it was Dr. Daggy. Anyway, he used to ride his bike to work when he worked at the corporate office. So I thought, there's so many things that we can do. And I kind of chuckled a little bit to myself when you said, leave your car in your garage. What is the percentage of people in San Antonio that park in the garage? Not everybody does.
I agree with you. I almost said something as well, because honestly, the one thing that my garage is jam packed, and I don't even think that we have ever really been able to put our cars in the garage.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Clarify, it's more about leaving your car parked and not necessarily in the garage. Yes, I know. And I should have gone back and clarified that.
Visit and they're like, why don't you park? And I know some people do park in their garage in San Antonio, but I'm just saying the majority, it's like this extra storage or a workshop. You have your tools and you can, like Darren works on his bike and there's like a little workshop.
I agree.
Before we go any further, whoever is watching us live, whenever you hop on, we didn't say that at the beginning, but
I know. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I apologize.
I did put it on the post, and we're gonna be archiving this, and it's gonna be later. But this is for April 22nd, 2022. That if when you're watching this live, if you hop on with us, we're gonna put your name in an entry for a drawing. And one of the main conditions, and we'll put that in the comments, is that if you're not part of our Shackley family already as a member or as a distributor or as a client, customer, then you'll go in that drawing. And our goal is to really reach more families, because I know after 30 plus years how much of an impact my home has on the environment. So we're really trying to encourage new people to try it out, to check it out, to just give it a try. I didn't listen to my mom. You might have heard me say that before when I was a teenager, but once I had my first son and then I started learning about the impact, I have been using the products since, almost a little bit over 30 years now. So, and they make a huge difference. The big difference sometimes we think is that the big corporations and the industrial manufacturing are the ones that cause the worst pollution, but we have to think of how many homes, and if every person is dumping, you know, the chlorine and the Lysols and all the, like even some of the skincare that has stuff in it. Recently, I was reading something about one of the big body lotion company out there and how toxic their products are in long-term use, and how if you're pregnant you shouldn't use it. And so there's, when you think about one single home and how much we use and how much goes down the drain, it goes into our environment. I mean, it doesn't like just disappear, it all accumulates. It doesn't naturally get filtered out because we're like taxing our system so much. The same like we've talked about our bodies, how when we put too many toxins in it, the bodies can only do so much. But what I'm excited about is to share some of those hacks and how you can really find some green cleaners that can work for you and do some other jobs for you instead of what they're normally used for. One of them is the fabric. We have this fabric sheets, the dryer sheets that you put in the dryer. What I use is I use the fabric softener. So I don't have the sheets. I use the fabric softener, which is liquid. And I didn't bring that with me. I have a couple other products here to show you. But the fabric sheets, which was pretty cool to learn about, is that you can put it in your air vent, and it can be like a very natural deodorizer type thing. It's fragrance free, but it'll give you a fresh smell. And you could also put it under your car seat to kind of have give it that fresh smell as well. Then the Nature Bright is a powder that you put in your laundry, and you can use it not just with your laundry for your colored and whites, but also can use it for any kind of stains in porcelain. I've used it in like when I had the porcelain sinks, the white sinks in the older homes. It works really awesome for that. Gets all the stain off. For the tile grout, that works for that also. And then we have the Scour Off, which is, gotta put it here so you can see it. The Scour Off, on this one's sealed because we're going to be one of our giveaways. Hint, hint. And wait till the end to hear how you can win those. That one is not open, it's sealed, but it smells so good. It smells incredible. And I have to mention a friend of mine, Billy, if Billy is listening or if she's watching, she wasn't using this Scour Off and she was using the other Shackley products. And then I was at her home one day because I was talking to her about the Scour Off and how amazing it is. And I said, I'll come over and I'll show you, I'll demonstrate how it works. So she said, okay. And I went over for some tea, or it was lunch. I think it was, yeah, we made a smoothie. She made me a smoothie with the Shackley meal shake. And then I was cleaning her stove. And so I started on, it was one of the flat top stoves. And for years, she's been in her home for years. And she was saying like this, she just can't get it off. She tried everything. And if you know Billy, I mean, she tells you how it is. She's not gonna like make it up. I started scrubbing that little bit of elbow grease, not a whole lot. And the stove top was so beautiful. I cleaned the whole stove top, and she's like, "But can you clean over here too? And can you do this too?" But this stuff works so well. It's incredible. It's good for you. It's safe. You can have your kids help you with it. You know, you can have your 2-year-old scrubbing with you, and you don't have to worry about the chemicals they get in. I chuckle now if I ever see a commercial about, you know, they have the safe laundry pods or whatever, but it's not safe by itself. It's safe because of the container that it's in, right? Like the baby will reach for the pod and they're like, "Oh, no, but put it in the safe container." And I'm like, you don't even have to worry about that. So I just, if you can't tell, I get a little excited about the cleaners because it turned my life around. I really believe that my health is 100% better because of that shift that I made in my life. It's gotten a lot of the nasty chemicals out of my life and then incorporated things that work. They work well. They save me money, which is pretty awesome, pretty cool. I don't know. I have told people that even if you don't care about the environment, how about if you can save some money? Because you save money. You pay, I want to say, I can't even remember now. This is maybe $16, this bottle of Basic H, which is one of our giveaways today, this weekend only. And it makes close to 7,000 bottles of window cleaners. So there's no way, and like, there's no way you can tell me you won't save money. It just, you do. And it's so, I've even used it as bubble bath when I ran out of bubble bath. That's how safe it is. Shaklee doesn't recommend that. Nix that. It's not a Shaklee recommendation. I'm just telling you something crazy. It's pH balance with your skin. It's awesome. Oh, and I know, Tanya, you have a great story because of the eczema. If you share, I think that's a good time because it's pH balance with your skin, how the personal care and the cleaners help with your eczema.
Yes. Just to add on for that Basic H though, I always think about, you can use it for your car, to wash your car, and then everything that comes off of your car and the water, and there's no chemicals going into your grass, in your environment, near your home.
It'll make your grass greener, actually.
Yes, it does. I need to get my car. I need my car washed, actually. So what Adiba is talking about right now is, I'm going to show you if you can see it. This is our Get Clean hand wash.
Put it in front of you.
There you go.
With
the green screen. Our Get Clean hand wash. So she had mentioned a little bit about, I'm going to start off by just saying that I've been using the products for a while in my home, and myself as well as my son, we have eczema. We get it on our hands. He gets it, on his wrists, elbows. We've even gotten it like on the bottom of my feet. So ever since I started using the cleaners, I have to say that I didn't notice it at first. However, after using the cleaners for a while, as soon as I switched back to, whether it be if I run out of product for some reason and I forget to order, or if I go away like on vacation and I don't bring it with me, or if we go visit family for the weekend, and I'm washing dishes a lot and helping out, I always see the difference within a matter of a couple of days. I start to get flare-ups, especially on my hands from washing dishes. My eczema starts to get irritated. And if I've gone as long as like 2 weeks without using it before, just to kind of experiment and to see what if I stop using it? Let's see what happens. And then full blown all over again, eczema on my hands. So it really does truly help. I now have it in my kitchen, all of my bathrooms, especially for the kids, even, the guest bathroom. We use it everywhere throughout the home. And it makes my hands soft, and it really helps to keep the eczema at bay, which is a big thing for, chemicals and toxins in our home in general. A lot of people suffer from that. So I always like to share that story because it makes a big difference.
And we're gonna give some of that away too.
Yes, we are.
Listen at the end, and if you don't see how you can win, just messages or in the comments. Just comment, I want to win if you're watching the replay, and we will definitely get with you and give you all the details. But at the end, we'll give you some more details. The basic H will come with these 3 bottles, one for the window cleaner, one for all-purpose cleaner, and the degreaser. With the degreaser, you are putting 1.5 teaspoon in 16 ounces of water to create a degreaser. And for the window cleaner, also 16 ounces of water, and you're putting 1 or 2 drops in there, which is incredible. And it works. It doesn't smell like anything. It looks like water, but it works great. It is amazing. And there are like 1,001 different ways you can use them that you'd learn about as you become part of our Shaklee family, part of our community. One of them that I always stuck in my mind is you can use it as an invisible glove. So you just put it on kind of like lotion if someone wants to work on their cars, or if you're going to be working like in the kitchen, say with onions. And then after you're done, because it doesn't interfere with anything, it doesn't feel like you have a glove. And then afterwards, you just wash your hands, and all the grease and all the stuff between your nails and all that just comes right off. It's an awesome, healthy, safe way to protect your hands also and clean them up easier. So we talked about the scour off. We also have the germ off, which you can use not just for cleaning, wiping. Like one of the things people don't think about, you can wipe off your like cutting board with it. It's really great, especially like after chicken and things like that. You can wipe that off with. Also, like if you have little ones with high chairs, you can wipe with that. So those are we talked about the fabric softener, the Nature Bright, the germ off, scour off, and basic H. And those are 5 of the cleaners, the green cleaners that Shaklee offers, that you can use it for more than what you would think they were created for. There are a lot of little hacks that you can use to really make a big difference. I wanted to mention that a special is going on right now over the weekend that Shaklee had just announced. Today through Sunday at midnight Pacific time, I believe. Yeah, midnight, 11:59 California time. When you order anything, it doesn't matter. I know that Tanya mentioned earlier, every time you order a full Get Clean kit, Shaklee has a tree planted where it's needed. For this weekend, even if you go in and order the basic H, the $16 bottle, Shaklee is gonna have a tree planted. If you order, whether it's a $10 order or a $1,000 order, we're still gonna plant a tree. And for everyone, like, so if you order something today and then tomorrow you remember something else, you can order. It doesn't matter. Even if the same person orders multiple times, for each order you get a tree. So I thought it was pretty awesome. And our goal is 10,000 trees this weekend. And the impact that it will have on the environment is just amazing. I did post a little video to show you how it impacts our environment. Just 10,000 trees, and it's not just, but like only just seems like so small, but it's a lot of trees, but the impact goes far beyond your imagination. And, you know, especially if you're not able to plant a tree yourself, this is a great way to do it. Just a place to start. And as always, you know, with Shaklee products, try anything, because it's 100% money back guaranteed. You can't lose. You get a clean house with no chemicals. And if you don't like it, you get your money back. But what I've been sharing with people is, if you order the Meology kids, not only do you have a tree planted, but you also support a child that doesn't have access to nutrition to get their nutrition, because Shaklee donates to the Vitamin Angels. So can you imagine if everyone this weekend orders the Meology, we get a tree and we help a child with their nutrition all at the same time. And that would be just so incredible. And if you don't like it, hey, you get your money back. You can get it all back. So remember, it's starting now. It started at midnight this morning and it goes through Sunday. And we will add to that, for those of you that are listening now, again, this is for April 22nd, 2022. we are offering those giveaways. So for everyone that's watching the live right now, if you just on there put EarthDay, then your name is going to go in the drawing, and you get 3 entries if you're watching right now live. And then what we'll do, and again, we're talking about people that are not part of our Shaklee community already, because we really want to reach new people. We want to get the word out, at least try the products, and then you can connect with us and we can guide you and help you to sort through any questions that you may have. So anyone that watches the replays, and we'll share it with you out there, is for every comment that you share under the live video that we will, under the replay, let us know about something that you've learned from the video that either excited you, or you had a question about, or you relearned, or you thought it was awesome. Anything that you learned or experienced from listening to our video, watching the video. For every comment and something that you learned that you put in there in the comments, so for every share, you will get 1 entry up to 3 entries. So if you tell us, you know, you really were amazed about the basic H, being able to, you know, wash your car with it, that's 1. You know, this scour working incredible because it's safe and it really does the job better than anything else out there, that's 2. So that's 2 entries. So as many entries as you as many comments as you give us, up to 3 comments, you'll get an entry. And then we'll do the drawings. Did we decide Sunday or Monday? Because we'll just go through Sunday, and then we'll announce the winners. We'll announce all the winners on Monday. Mm-hmm. And then maybe we'll do something special for people that order too. I just thought about that. So place an order and send us the copy of your order. Mm-hmm. Let's figure out that. Let's think about it, and then we'll put it in the post, like in the comments. But that's encourage people to order and get some, so we can reach the 10,000 trees. That would be just so incredible.
That would be amazing.
And that's it. But if there's anything that I would like you to remember about our talk from my end of things, is that my health, I was so skeptical that something as simple as the cleaners and the vitamins and the skincare and even the makeup that I put on my face has an impact in my health and the health of my children and the health of, if I was, when I was pregnant with my second child, I was so skeptical. I was like it didn't make sense. I just didn't know. Knowing now how impactful that is, if you can just grasp that and start today, you'll be amazed how that will make a huge shift in your life. And then you're leaving behind just an incredible legacy of, it's like when you're selling your house, you want it to be amazingly clean, right? So imagine when you're gone from this world, you want to leave the world behind you amazingly clean. I mean, this is the world that's going to be there for your kids and grandkids and generations to come. So anyway, it's, it does make a difference. Every little step makes a difference, and just keep taking steps forward. Celebrate every change that you make, celebrate the small steps that you take, and together we just make an incredible impact on the environment, on our health, on the health of the animals, the health of our kids, and everything. And if you'd like to join our team and be one of our wellness consultants, you can create a residual income in a lot of fun way, incredible way, solid income that just helping people live well and healthy and be happy. And then I heard someone say, if I'm going to buy cleaners and skincare and vitamins anyway, I want to make some money off of that. Why am I going to go down? So what are some closing thoughts for you, Tanya? This has been really—
Yes, I was just going to add in, I love everything that you said, and just reiterate the importance of how much of using natural products and implementing some of these changes have such a positive effect on human health in general. If our world isn't healthy, then we can't be healthy personally, as individuals, as a community, as a whole. So really just, making that commitment to take care of ourselves and our planet. And, we can change the world in a very real sense every day.
Yeah.
And just stressing the importance of that, because I love that we have Earth Day and celebrating our accomplishments and celebrating this day and putting the information out there, but really remembering that Earth Day is every day.
Yes.
And, that's what I'd love to leave with. And we hope everybody enjoyed the chat today.
I hope so. I enjoy it with you. It's such a blessing to be able to do this. It is.
It is, and it's always fun. So
it is. It is.
Yeah.
we keep reminding ourselves of the things that we have learned, and we're learning new things along the way as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, happy Earth Day, everybody, and go out there and take a few steps forward. Give us a call, reach out to us. Let us be there to support you and help you in any way we can.
Yes. Ditto to all of that. Have a wonderful weekend as well.
Bye from 1010 Talks.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Happy Earth Day.